Hey everyone, I'm Cyrus Chase. I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but I feel like in this exception I'm gonna tell a story about an event that recently happened that was a first for me, and it was the first time how I got stitches. So without further ado, I'm gonna tell you guys the story how I got stitches for the first time and just the experience and pain from it, and you guys enjoy it. So here it goes. So it was just a day at my job. I was working in a kitchen restaurant. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I fucking work. I don't need you guys following me or like keeping tabs on me on where I go. So I was working in this kitchen restaurant, and occasionally I had to, as a dishwasher, had to clean the grease pans, like the ones that had to it's the ones that capture up all the grease and the air up in them, and they're getting dirty, so I had to clean them front and back. At that time I've already cleaned four of those already, and as I was getting on to like number five, and there was like 10 of them in total, as I got to the fifth one, my as I was trying to get up in the cracks, like trying to get up in there because there was some like gunk up in there, and my sponge got stuck. So I tried to like move it over, like, but it still wouldn't budge. But when it did finally move, so did my finger, and my finger slid up against the edge, and it cut me. And then it was deep for the fact that like I had to get stitches, and it was scary for me because like it was just so scary because it was something that I never had to experience before. But at that time, I was thankful that I was in good hands with my coworkers, and one of my coworkers, she knew first aid, so that was awfully helpful. And then there was like this kind of like factory or guy, like, but he had like a but he knew he was doing, like, so he wrapped this like big ass band-aid around me, like, and it was kind of unnecessary. Like it had to be more just around my finger, not like my entire hand, but I had to have as much pressure on it as much as possible, so just to keep the bleeding from like escaping. So I was scared, but it was also like a good thing that has to have happened. So then like I had to have left work and for the rest of the day, and about 9 hours later I came up and checked on it and tried to clean it myself, but then it started like getting out of control, out of my control, so I couldn't really do much of anything. So I called the non-emergency on myself for the hospital, and my hospital experience is actually pretty good. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I had like the best hospital experience I could have ever had in all my hospital experiences. So I called the hospital on myself that they had to pick me up and take me over to the ambulance. And the paramedics people, they were really nice. They talked to me from all the way there, from start to finish. Like, I mean, to my destination, that is. And then they registered me into the waiting room and for me to get like fully examined. And then I just like made like a loud, like kind of like a loud, like outside voice comment to myself. I'm like, man, this is gonna be a while. I said something like that. I didn't know exactly what I said, but it was just somewhere around those lines. And then this guy, like who I ended up sitting next to, like he said something back. So then a few moments later, I kind of realized that maybe he could have been like he could be the talkative type, and so then I started talking to him, saying like, "Hey, like, so what you in for?" And then for the whole time in the waiting room, we ended up having a conversation. We literally talked from start till like from the start until like we both got like called in. And he was really nice. He was really easygoing. He was a great guy, and it just made my stay in the hospital a lot more enjoyable and easier. And I just felt he was cool. Like I was just so glad that like I had like I could just talk about it talk to him about what was coming up, and it was just flowing so naturally. Oh my god. And he was pretty funny too. He was a good guy, and that was pretty fun. And so after I got called in, I saw the doctor, and I ended up had to get 3 stitches. And I was scared. I did not want to get stitches, but I knew in hindsight, if I had to have got stitches, I knew that it was going to be like the only way, because it could, I don't know, it would take a lot slower if I didn't. But I kind of thought like maybe I didn't need stitches and it could have healed up on its own, but I had to get it examined professionally. If they said I had to get stitches, I had to have gotten stitches. So I was scared for the fact that it would hurt, but they froze my finger, so I wouldn't feel the fact that I had to have gotten stitches. I don't really think that it would have hurt, even if they didn't have froze it, but that's something I don't want to find out. So stitched me up. The doctors were really nice. They made me feel really comfortable, and everything was going to be okay. And then I was stitched, and I got better. It didn't turn out to be that bad, actually. I guess that was karma for me always snitching on my friends back in like elementary school, and then snitches got stitches, and in that case, I got stitches. I'm doing on my finger now. My finger is just healed, and okay, I know it's not really that clear, but all I just need is just some new like outside skin, and then I'm good. But overall, I had a really positive hospital experience, and from the start to finish, it was really good. I'm not too thrilled for the fact that I've had to have gotten stitches in the first place, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was 20 out of 20, and I was just so happy for everyone taking care of me, and the doctors, and just people that were just on my side that just wanted to get me like to feel better. And yeah, so that's the story of how I got stitches for the first time. And I'm 22 years of now, and this is the first time ever I've had to have gotten stitches. And I just felt like my spotless record was just ruined after that, because the fact that I never had to get stitches, and now I got stitches. How old are you? How old were you when you first got stitches? Are you older than 22 and still never had to have gotten stitches or any major injury? Comment below. What's your opinions or story about stitches? Um, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching the whole thing. I kind of feel bad that I kind of stutter in my words, and I'm doing my best. I don't do this really too often, but I'm getting better at this. So sorry for stuttering and stumbling within my words. But this is the first video I've posted in a while, so we'll see if I can try to like post any other videos, and we'll see where it goes from there. Like, subscribe, do whatever. And yeah, that's the story that I've got stitches from my first time in 22 years of living. Alright, sayonara, guys. See ya. Peace, love, blessings. Love you guys.